And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, that Jehu had killed Joram and Ahaziah, and that he was coming for her. And she painted her face and tired or adorned her head and looked out at a window. Now let's pause here, because I have heard many interpret this as saying that Jezebel was trying to seduce Jehu into taking her as his next queen. You know, she painted up, put on her makeup, got her hair all together. She was trying to look good. But was this the case, or was something else going on here? Hallelujah. According to the Jameson Fawcett Brown Bible commentary, it says that Jezebel painting her face is, and I quote, literally painting her eyes, not her whole face. It wasn't makeup. It was just painting her eyes, according to a custom universal in the East among women of staining the eyelids with a black powder made of pulverized antimony, I should say, or lead, or mixed with oil and applied with a small brush on the border, so that by this dark ligament on the edge, the largeness as well as the luster of the eye itself was thought to be increased. Her object was, by her royal attire, not to captivate, but to overawe Jehu. So the idea was like trying to paralyze Jehu with fear, much like a cobra paralyzes its prey with fear just before it strikes. Verse 31. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, Jezebel said, had Zimri peace who slew his master? So Jezebel, knowing Jehu's intentions, now uses her greatest weapon. Jezebel mockingly compares Jehu to King Zimri, who was the king of Israel for just 7 days. And why such a short time? This is found in 1 Kings chapter 16, which we're not going to read. You can read that in your personal study time. But in 1 Kings chapter 16, Zimri was a chariot commander who murdered King Elah and all of his family. But the army selected Omri as the new king, who then attacks Zimri. Zimri retreats. He goes and barricades himself into the palace, and he burns the palace down with him inside, killing himself. So by using fear to manipulate Jehu into second guessing himself, Jezebel basically says, Zimri killed the king and took the throne, but that lasted a whole 7 days. Do you, Jehu, really think you'll do any better than Zimri did? You know what I am, and you know what I can do. If you want to kill me, Jehu, you'd better not miss. And it seems like this just might be working on Jehu. 2 Kings chapter 9, verse 32. And Jehu lifted up his face to the window, which is where Jezebel was standing, and said, who is on my side? Who? And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And eunuchs were the official ministers of state. They were also known as chamberlains. And Jehu said, throw her down. Notice that he doesn't say, hold Jezebel until I get up there. He says, immediately execute her, throw her out that window. So they threw her, Jezebel, down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and Jehu trode her under foot. Whoa, what else is going on here? Jehu was not about to allow Jezebel a precious few minutes in which she could manipulate the eunuchs against Jehu, or for her words to intimidate Jehu himself. Jehu had reached the point of no return, and any hesitation on his part would cause doubt in those who would support him. And that's all Jezebel would need. A master manipulator's power lies in their words. The longer Jezebel has the opportunity to talk, the greater her chance for success. Therefore, the key is to immediately silence her, which is what the eunuchs did before they could think about it and change their mind. They just did it immediately.